Hello to everyone. Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and as you can see from the title, I'm coming on to really bring some revelations forward in regards to the tarot community. This is not directed to all tarot readers. Obviously, I am one who uses the tarot cards in order to pick up on energy and to bring messages forward to help bring light and to guide you all down your path. It is my method of being able to see what's going on with you to help bring guidance for your current situation. Now, a revelation that I have gotten more strongly as of recently is in regards to the karmic tarot readers, okay? Now, as you know, there is a polarity to everything. Any and everything that is used as a tool of enlightenment can be perverted or it can be used as a way to empower, okay? So when I speak on the karmic tarot readers, I am speaking on those who have not done the work to heal. They have not done the work to truly harness in their gifts from a space of integrity. I'm speaking on those who take advantage of people who do not have as much understanding of how energy works, okay? There's multiple things that I want to discuss with you all, and so I will be pulling from the tarot deck only because I want you all to be able to see as a confirmation of what I'm getting ready to bring forward. Some of you have already in your journey of awakening, you've already gained clarity in regards to some of the things that I'm going to bring out, but there's many of you who do not have an understanding of why you still have certain stuck blockages in your life, or why certain things are not moving forward, why divine unions are still not coming together. We're going to talk about this, okay? So first I want to discuss some of the red flags that will actually show you that you are dealing with a karmic tarot reader. Now, when it comes to picking up on people's energy, we are all energetic beings. Everything that exists around you is energy. Every facet of you is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. What you say is energy. Your octaves of your voice is energy. So with that being said, you want to be very, very cautious of who you give permission to pick up on your energy, right? Let's just say you passed up a tarot, someone who does tarot readings. I'm sorry, y'all. You passed up someone who does tarot readings, right? In your neighborhood. And you went up to this home. This person does tarot readings, but as soon as they open up the door, it's everything about their energy. They look dark as hell. The home is dark. They have symbolic, things around it. And you just like, no, you cannot read my energy. You already understand. You will not go to that person. You will not pay this person to give you enlightenment, right? Because YouTube gives people a lot of people have a way of being able to disguise themselves through YouTube or any other social media platform in terms of who they are at their core. Because there are many readers, which I personally, I have read without showing my face, but I decided to come forward. And actually when I was not showing my face, I was in a very low vibrational energy. I didn't know it at the time, but I was in a low vibrational energy because there was a time when I did struggle with addictions to marijuana at that time, okay? And so for me, it was more comfortable for me to not be seen on camera versus being seen in the spotlight. And I'm just being transparent with y'all because at that time, I was still struggling with my own codependencies, okay? Now, was I still bringing forth messages that could have been very much so enlightening? Yes. But I was also bringing forth an energy that for the weak or for someone who was still unhealed, it could have actually lowered their vibrations in that moment if they were still struggling with certain codependencies. When you have people read your energy, and this is no different, please do not take this as a measure to come on promoting religion. Because the same way that I have spoken and I have revealed the church, the religious structure, certain facets of Christianity and different religious groups, I would tell you the same thing in regards to them. You would not go to a pastor that you know or go to a priest that you know is touching little boys after service and have him lay hands on you and pray for you. Many people do, though, okay? Because they lack the gift of discernment and because they are so fixated on the position, on the title, okay? And so they assume, well, if it's in church, then it must be okay. So please do not use this as an opportunity to come on saying things in regards to religion, because this is not what that is, okay? What I'm saying is there's a polarity to everything. There's light and dark to everything. And so there are many karmic tarot readers out here. Let me give you some of the red flags, okay? If you come into specific karmic tarot readers, if they have, let's say they have low vibrational music playing in the background. I'm talking about the type of music that you yourself have awakened to the fact that listening to that type of music actually lowers your vibrations. It places negative thoughts into your mind, okay? It programs you to a degree where you are picking up on very low level entities, okay? It's talking about killing. It's calling women hoes. It's calling men niggas, or, and it's not doing anything to uplift you. As an awakened being, you understand that thoughts create things, okay? And so if this particular tarot reader is using low vibrational music in order to pick up on messages to give to you, then you need to know that that person they're displaying red flags in terms of being a karmic tarot reader, okay? If this person promotes return to sender spells, when they're doing the readings and they're telling you about what's happening with these karmic relationships, because I'm going to get to that part too in terms of the divine masculine and feminine, and they tell you, well, this person is doing dark magic on you, you need to return it to sender, that is a karmic tarot reader. Because that person is telling you to work with low vibrational energy in order to match what somebody else who was in low vibrational energy sent to you. So that same demonic and low vibrational energy that they had to use to conjure up that dark magic, that ritual, that spell work to go against you, they are telling you to use that same energy to send it back to them. Okay? Now, another thing. If you have tarot readers who say that they are openly using voodoo or dark magic, or they openly call themselves witches or warlocks, okay, that is a red flag that you are listening to a karmic tarot reader. Because more than likely, they do not receive their gifts from a higher level of authority. When I'm talking about through the Most High God, because please understand, a tarot reader is a vessel. We use our vessel spiritually, mentally, and physically in order to gather messages to bring to the masses or to those who are drawn to receive the message, okay? And so as a vessel, first of all, what that vessel is comprised of in terms of how that vessel thinks, how that vessel feels on a regular basis, the type of energy that vessel, which I'm talking about the person, projects on a regular basis, the type of energy that vessel entertains on a regular basis, whether or not that vessel has addictions, whether or not that vessel has bitterness in their heart or a blocked off heart chakra. Those are very important things to factor in when you are allowing someone to pick up on your energy. So, someone who says that they openly are a witch or a warlock, they're likely using low vibrational energies in order to create things for themselves, okay? And they may come off to the unawakened person as being powerful or having some sort of gift. It's a lot of people that'll say, well, there's white witches and there's black witches. Look, anybody that's comfortable with being called a witch, anyone that is comfortable with being called a warlock, is someone who is operating from low vibrational energy. It's a lot of people that's not going to like what I'm saying right now, but I'm not here for the likes and I'm not here to coddle anybody, okay? As the awakened, as the chosen seed, if you are going to allow someone to pick up on your energy, you need to use the spirit of discernment. Is this person a vessel who is receiving messages from the spiritual realm, from the holy angels, from light, okay? The Most High God has given them. You want to know that the Most High God has blessed them with this gift, as opposed to them conjuring up lower level entities that will also assist them in their in being able to bring forth a gift, but the gift that they're going to bring forward is always going to be delivering messages that are not uplifting to your soul, that are not uplifting to your spirit. If another red flag, if you go to a tarot reader and this person, every time they speak on the divine masculine and feminine unions, is all negative energy. Everything that they say about your so-called divine masculine, your so-called divine feminine, is all things that make you, by the time you done listening to that reading, you feeling more angry than you was before you got on there. That is a karmic tarot reader. Because please understand that your divine masculine and feminine, they're not going to be the ones, because many of these tarot readers, they'll tell you that, oh, well, it'll be a massive, many of them will have the same message in unison. That's how you know a lot of karmic tarot readers, they pick up on the same messages because they are extracting energy from the same low vibrational energy. They're all operating on the same frequency, low vibrational frequency. So they'll tell you that your divine masculine or your divine feminine is out here having, they're sleeping around, or they're doing dark magic on you, or these people are jealous of you. These people are, everything that you can think of that is low in energy, everything that you can think of that is in complete opposition to growth and to awakening, that is a karmic tarot reader. Because your divine masculine, the one who the Most High has crafted specifically for you, is not going to be out here doing dark magic on you. That person is not going to be out here just willy-nilly, especially in today's time, because this is the time of the awakening, okay? The chosen have awakened. Trust and believe the chosen ones, we know who we are by now, okay? I'm not speaking on those who are karmic, who are still operating in low vibrational energy, who still rubbing the crust out of their eyes. I'm talking about the chosen. The chosen are already awakened, okay? Does that mean that some people are not still attached to certain karmic partners? Very much so. There's still people who, your divine partner, that we're all on different levels in terms of being able to break free of certain people, certain places, certain things, certain mindsets, conditioning. We're all on different levels, but your divine partner is not going to be someone that has the reflection of a demon or the reflection of a devil. Because many of these karmic tarot readers, when they tell you about your divine partner, by the time you get done listening to the reading, you don't even want to think about that person as being your divine partner, because everything about what they have expressed about this person is negative. Now, likely what's happening is these karmic tarot readers are picking up on someone who is in fact not your divine partner, okay? This is someone who they may have been a past karmic soulmate, and this is why you have such a strong connection to them, okay? Because a lot of times people will assume, okay, when they speak on twin flame and things of that nature, they'll say, well, I have such a strong pulling to this person. It's such a magnetic pull. Well, you will have that same type of energy towards someone who is a karmic soulmate, only because there's so much of a familiar energy there that you just feel like, well, this has to be the one because he feels too familiar, or she feels too familiar, it's just too magnetic. But it's likely due to a lower level energy, that cord that you all have to one another is due to karmic energy that you're still having to work out of your system, that you're still having to outgrow, because you yourself might still struggle with certain issues. And so you attract that person to you. And so that person is there to be a mirror reflection of those things that you need to heal from, so that you can be fully prepared and in alignment with your true divine union. And so many of these karmic tarot readers, when they're speaking on your twin flame or your divine masculine and feminine, and they're all in unison in terms of the message, and all of the messages are coming out in this low vibrational energy, everything is negative, everything is, in complete opposition to what your true divine masculine and feminine would look like, it's because they are already in low vibrational energy. The karmic tarot reader, they're operating from low vibrational energy, and so they are more in tune with those things that reflect low vibrational energy. So they will be picking up on your karmic soulmate, they will be picking up on your karmic partner, and they'll have you fooled into believing that this is your true divine partner. But no, Your true divine partner does not look like someone who's going to bring you down, that's going to drag you backwards. So that is a major red flag. Another red flag. My daughter is talking in her sleep, y'all, saying she's not going to play with you. I don't see anything as being a coincidence when I'm doing my readings, okay? You don't want to play around with these people. And I'm going to tell you why as we get towards the end. You're going to understand more. I'm going to pull the cards, but it's so much that I need to cover here. I don't know if I'm going to need to do a part 2, or this might just be one of those readings that's just long. If you all really want to have an understanding of this, then just stick out, stay here with me, or come back and finish watching it later if the message is something that you really need to, because I feel like the chosen, the true awakened beings that are here to come together, the true divine unions that are supposed to come together, you need to hear this message, okay? If they charge fees to remove negative energy, that is a karmic tarot reader, okay? If they're telling you, well, I can, for $600 or for $1,000, I can remove negative energy off of your life, and I can give you a breakthrough that's going to cause you to have all of this abundance, that is definitely a karmic tarot reader, because they are operating from a space of, first of all, you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes in order to so-called remove that negative energy, nor do you know the consequence of allowing this person to do this for you, okay? And on top of that, you completely miss the mark of healing from these things. If you have negative energy over you, which we all have had, okay, then you need to be getting the lessons so that you can heal and release that type of energy from your life. This is something that you have to do yourself. But if you have these people that's out here that's telling you, well, for a quick $1,000, I can remove all the negative energy from your life, and by next week, things is going to be perfect. You're going to be abundant. Your lover is going to come into your life. Red flag. That is a karmic tarot reader. If this person tells you that they'll charge you money to do love spells or to bring unions together, I can bring your divine partner to you faster. Just give me $1,000 and he'll be with you tomorrow. They're doing love binding spells, which is against the free will of the person that you are thinking about. That is a karmic tarot reader. That is a karmic so-called spiritual advisor. That is a karmic, okay? They are operating from a low vibrational energy. You got to be very, very careful, okay? If the tarot reader is drunk during their readings, if you can visibly tell, if this person said, well, yeah, I'm sipping over here, I'm sipping on my Henny tonight, y'all. They slurring and everything, but they doing a reading for you. You want to go ahead and click off right away, because energy is actually more powerful than anything that can be used against a person when you understand what you're working with, okay? Consider that someone who is drunk that is doing a reading for you, first of all, it's very clear that they may have an addiction. They have a codependency. Alcohol in large quantities will cause you to be highly acidic in your physical body. But in the spiritual aspect of yourself, a highly acidic body is also a great host for low vibrational entities. And so that person in that moment is likely going to be they might bring you some messages that might resonate with what's going on, but it ain't going to be nothing that's going to actually uplift you. It's not going to enlighten you. It's not going to empower you. You're going to leave from that feeling more miserable than you did before. That's a karmic tarot reader. Let's see what else here, because there's so many different signs here. So please just, yes, like I said, yes, promotes love spell oils, bind to me oils. Oh, also, if they blatantly use, be very, pay attention to the type of decks that they use, okay? If they busting out Witches Tarot, Vampire, Blood-Sucking Tarot, okay? All these crazy ass names. Some of them you don't even know the name because they might not tell you the name of the deck. But you look at the pictures and there's something about it that you just feel like, damn, I can't even look at the picture. I mean, I try to listen to the message, but I can't look at that because that just looks too demonic. Be very aware that that is a karmic tarot reader. because no one is going to be drawn to use that measure to pick up on someone's energy by going and being and moving towards decks that are low vibrational in energy in terms of the symbolism, okay, and the depictions that are used on those particular decks, okay? If the symbolism is off and you feel like, okay, this just doesn't sit well in my spirit, or they're blatantly telling you, all right, I'm about to bust out the witch's tarot, then you already know what they're working with. Even if they don't say that they are a self-proclaimed witch, only someone who is actually drawn to that type of energy will go and purchase that type of deck. I'm the messenger. I'm telling you all what it is, okay? And so, as a whole, when we look at this from a spiritual perspective, anytime we talking about group consciousness here. You have the tarot community is grown a lot, especially during this time of transitioning from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. In the age of Pisces, tarot readings and those types of things was more so done in secret. It was kept secret because it was seen as being something that was wicked, because it was in opposition to what the religious structure told you, okay? Even though the religious structure actually works hand in hand with a lot of different things in terms of tarot and things of that nature. Many of these people that are in those positions actually use a lot of these people as their advisors in terms of people that know astronomy really well, or astrology really well, numerology and things of that nature. So I'm not saying that there's anything wicked about the tool, but be very aware of the vessel that is bringing the message forward using the tool. Okay, because again, we're talking about your energy. They're picking up on your energy. And at the same time, if they're operating from a low vibrational energy, let's say that you got a tarot reader who is literally, I'm going to tell y'all a story about what happened to me. This was a few years back, okay? And I had never had a tarot reading done before, okay? And I lived in another state at the time, and I was going through some things, and I had so many questions. And I remember I used to always ride past this lady's it was a house, and on outside of the door it said tarot readings. And so I was like, I just need some answers. I need to know what's going on. I had so many things happening around me. And so I went to this woman, and the moment that she met me, first of all, I wasn't 100% sure as to whether or not I trusted her, but my spiritual eyes were not open. My discernment was not really as on point as it could have been. And so she had me to put my hands out, and she placed her hands above mine, like this was her hand and this is my hand. And she just sat there and she was like, oh, the energy feels so good. And I'm like, hold on now. I don't know what the hell was going on then, but I still was not using my discernment. I'm just like, well, maybe this is how they do it. Maybe this is how she starts off her readings or whatever. And at that time in my life, though, I was in a space of learning that my thoughts were what created my outcome. Okay, I was learning a lot about that, and so I was using my crystals. I was, saying my prayers. I was doing a whole lot in order to lift up my energy, doing my sun gazing, staying out in nature, connecting with the animals. I mean, I was doing everything, but I still was not awakened to my own gifts. Okay. This woman ended up doing a reading for me. And apparently she saw, because she told me that I was going to be a spiritual teacher. Okay. She did see that in my future. She told me multiple things. Okay. And these were good things that she was telling me. However, she started calling my phone. Okay. Which I would never do that to somebody. If I give a reading, I am not going to call you to see if you want to come back and do another reading, or I'm not going to call you and tell you, well, I'm feeling that this is going on and that you need to do this. No, I'm going to allow you, whenever you feel called, to reach out to me. Okay. Then I'll, be open. But this woman, she kept calling me, and she would ask me questions like, well, are you seeing this number? She asked me specifically, are you seeing 555? And at that time I was shocked, because I was like, hell yeah, I've been seeing 555. How did she know this? So I went back over to her, because she was like, well, you need to come and see me right away. It's urgent. So what she told me was, I need to do another reading on you, because I've been picking up that you got this really dark energy over you. And she gave me instructions on taking this particular spiritual bath. She gave me the lavender and the salt. And I ended up taking a spiritual bath, okay? I think it was a more like a foot and hand and foot bath, okay? And then she called me and she said, if you want me to remove this energy from you, I'm going to need you to go and buy an all black cloth. I need you to take $500, wrap it up in the cloth, fold it over the cloth, and take this cloth and rub it all over you. And then I want you to bring it to me, because I'm going to use that to remove the negative energy from you. Now, this was after she had done my initial reading and that she had seen that I clearly had a gift that I was not aware of, okay? I thought about it, and I was like, do I really want to do this? But I had so much going on in my life at that time that I really actually considered doing it. But apparently my spiritual team, the Most High God, already knew that this woman was operating from a space of wickedness, because it clicked to me, because she kept calling me. That was my biggest red flag. Like, why does she keep calling me, And so ultimately I told her no. And I also shut down all communications. Like, I won't be coming back there, because she made me feel very uncomfortable at that point at how she seemed so pressed to reach out to me. But now in my awakening, I understand what she was trying to do, because black it absorbs energy. First of all, the color black absorbs energy. Okay. And the money itself was symbolic of me. I was pretty much getting ready to pay her to steal my spiritual gifts. Okay? She knew who I was. She had seen it in my cards. What she was getting ready to do was, and that would have been me operating from a space of free will now, paying her to steal my spiritual gifts, because she was going to take that same black cloth and harness the energy, collect the energy that I had placed on there myself, and hand it to her with $500 to try and steal my energy and to do whatever else she might have been intending on doing. This was an older white woman at the time, okay? So I say this to you all. I told you all this in order to let you know, be mindful. Pay attention to the red flags. Use your own discernment, just as you would use it with anybody else. And also know that because you are in this energy of awakening and growing and empowering and healing yourself, you understand the importance of disconnecting yourself from low vibrational friends. You understand the importance of disconnecting yourself from low vibrational co-workers, from karmic partners, from karmic family members. You understand the importance of disconnecting yourself from addictive behaviors and whatever low vibrational energy that was within yourself. You understand the importance of healing from that, so that you can rise into your divinity, into your divinity, and to walk in your purpose. You understand the importance of doing these things. So it's just as important for you to understand not allowing just anybody to pick up on your energy, especially if they are karmic and operating in a low vibrational state. Okay? Because that's actually more intimate than you calling up that friend that you know is toxic, and you just sit on the phone with that person for hours and just listening to them moan and groan or gossip or be disrespectful towards other people. That's very low vibrational in energy. And that's how you create, whenever you allow yourself to stay attached to those types of people, it lowers your energy, and it creates stumbling blocks for you in terms of your forward movement. So a lot of the tests that we end up going through, especially as the chosen, is to learn how to release these people, no matter how long the friendship has been, or no matter how long the partnership has been. When you recognize that person as being a karmic or someone who's operating from that type of energy, who's refusing to grow, you release them from your life so that you're able to receive your blessings. Because as long as you stay connected to them, especially if they are dominant in your energy, you talk to them every day, you deal with that type of energy that they bring every day, then they are going to affect you. And you have seen it. You know this by now. So consider a karmic tarot reader. If let's say they pumping out videos daily, maybe 2 to 3 videos a day. And every time they turn on a video, you clicking on it. And as soon as you click on it, this person who is a karmic tarot reader is feeding you a whole bunch of mess that's just lowering your vibrations more and more and more. You have created a cord connection to that tarot reader and to their energy, and this is what's causing blockages in terms of your forward movement, and you don't even know it. And then as a group consciousness, you got many people who are making chord connections to these karmic tarot readers and don't even recognize what's happening as a group consciousness. Many chosen are staying connected to low vibrational people, karmic people who refuse to heal, who may not even be able to go through the process of healing in this lifetime because they wasn't called to do it, okay? Or if they was called to do it, they refused the call, but they decide to conjure up lower level entities in order to pretend that they have a spiritual gift that was given to them from the Most High God, when in fact it was not, okay? So they do spell work in order to draw in audiences. They do spell work in order to make you click on their videos or to be drawn to them or addicted to their readings. This is what people are doing behind the scenes, okay? Be cognizant and use your own discernment. I would tell you, use your discernment even when it comes to me. But I know for a fact that when I started my journey, initially, I did not understand what I was being called to do using the tarot cards, okay? Initially, I was open to doing readings for people that was largely centered around, well, I had a lot of people that wanted to do readings on, well, is he cheating? Is different things like that, okay? And I can't say that I really enjoyed doing those, but it did grow me in terms of my skill and understanding how to use the tarot deck. But I knew in my heart that my calling was something much greater. And so you all can go, for those who are new to my channel that's watching now, check my time, check my videos that I've posted in the past, and you'll be able to see that when I started my journey, I prayed. Once I actually awakened to the fact that I had a gift, I started to feel uncomfortable with using the gift to just answer questions that would keep people in karmic relationships, or that would just answer questions that kept people in messy situations. You want to be messy. Well, I just want to know if my friend, is she going to still be with her guy because he was doing this and that. Just another way to try to be nosy and to impede on somebody else's free will, find out what's going on with them. I started to become repelled by that. Okay. And so I asked for the Most High to give me clarity on how I was to utilize my gift. Okay, so that I could do it from a space of integrity, where I'd be helping people to heal and helping people to awaken and empowering people, versus being a part of the problem and keeping people stuck in karmic connections and karmic energy. Okay, so you can look through my channel and see that it's very clear that I'm not your average tarot reader. Okay, and I'm grateful for that. I don't want to be the average tarot reader. Could I excel at being the average tarot reader? Of course, but it's not my calling. Okay. And so this is how you're also able to discern. If you don't feel empowered after watching that reading, that's not the one for you, especially as the chosen. So let me just pull the cards real quick before I close out. The energy of these karmic tarot readers. How has this been affecting you? How has this been affecting you? So a lot of you see these people as being trustworthy. Okay. A lot of you see, the karmic tarot readers as being trustworthy. Let's see what else. How has this been affecting you for the karmic tarot readers? Because I would hope that many of you might have some that's trustworthy. Of course, not all tarot readers are bad. Like I said, there's a polarity to everything. But how has this been affecting you concerning the karmic tarot readers? Ego and pride, okay? There's something here concerning ego and pride. It might keep you in this energy of being overly focused in on those things that are catering to your ego. So it's like an example would be, you want to know what's going on with your partner, but it's not doing anything to really strengthen you. It's not doing anything to help you to heal. It's not really doing anything to help you to become more empowered. You're just drawn to this particular tarot reader because they'll say everything that you wish you could have said to this person when they're talking about your karmic partner. And they're saying, well, this person, yeah, he ain't got no business doing that. Why would he do something like that? So that's actually working with your ego, okay? Because it's like, okay, now you feel kind of, passionate and empowered in that moment because somebody is speaking the truth that, you yourself might have intuitively already knew. But it's more so catered to the ego. How are these karmic tarot readers affecting you energetically? Hold on, that was too many cards that fell. Let me slow down because I'm trying to rush a little bit, y'all, but I'm not going to rush this message. How are karmic tarot readers affecting your energy? So, okay. This says prayer. This says prayer and headed towards happiness. Okay. So, some of them, some of you may have come across some really good tarot readers, okay? Some of you might have come across some good tarot readers. I feel like I might be picking up on the energy of those who are the good tarot readers, okay? The ones who have done the work to heal. So if you're actually drawn to them, okay, and I'm going to place myself in that, myself included, then that particular person is trustworthy, okay? Some of them that are karmic, though, are catering to your ego. And so you want to be very careful of not just, watching readings to cater to your ego, because it keeps you in that energy, especially if you're doing it on a regular basis. Some of them are actually helping you to head towards happiness, okay? If you have a good one. Yes, you are healing. So for some of you, it depends on who you are drawn to, okay? You'll have tarot readers that are actually helping you to move towards your happiness, to gain that clarity on those things that you already intuitively knew, and that are actually helping you to heal, okay? Now, in terms of the karmic tarot readers, how have they affected you? So, okay, we have my insecurity keeps me away. Now, this particular card is not supposed to be in this deck, but I'm going to take it because there's no coincidence. It could, some of these karmic tarot readers could affect you to the degree where you become more insecure. And this is largely because if you are listening to a karmic tarot reader on a regular basis, then they're likely feeding you karmic messages. Things that are in opposition to lifting up your spirits, okay? And so you might hear that, okay, your divine masculine, he's sleeping around and he's doing spell work on you, and he's now he's bisexual. And I mean, a lot of these messages, they come, many of them have the same type of messages, like a pattern of all of the karmic tarot readers tend to have the same type of message. Then you have those who are truly gifted from the Most High that have a different type of message, okay? But I feel like they are not as well appreciated in terms of having the tribe, a larger tribe, or a large following, not as appreciated, okay? Those of us who are actually coming forward and bringing messages that's actually healing are not as appreciated, but that is how things work in the world that we are in right now. Most people are not going to take the road less traveled to heal. Most people are not going to take that journey. And so most people are operating in a karmic low vibrational energy. And so quite naturally, those who actually push that type of message will be more popular. Okay, I hate to use that term, but I can't think of another term. They'll be more popular to the masses. So they'll draw in more people who are attracted to those types of messages. You also have obsession coming out here. Now, this is one thing that is an issue when it comes to tarot. When you are not healed and when you still deal with codependency, because tarot can become something that is addictive, especially if you already have addictive behavior patterns. You can become addicted to needing to know each detail of what's getting ready to happen. Okay. And so it's very important to address that if that's an issue that you have. And obsession, like I said, when I see obsession, I hear addiction. And so obsession is that repetitive energy, doing something over and over again. Obsession, though, is actually even more heightened because it's like you feel like you can't stop doing it. You're obsessed with it, okay? And so this is a strong indicator that's why I mentioned the karmic tarot readers. If they already suffer or struggle with addictions, like very low vibrational addictions like alcoholism, or sex addictions or dark magic addictions, then because you are going to that person and they're picking up on your energy, especially if you watch them daily, then yes, you will be picking up on the energy that they project, which is that of addictive behaviors, low vibrational energy of addictive behaviors. And so, yes, it will directly affect your energy if you have this person in your energy field on a regular basis, a daily basis. Okay. So, yes, obsession can become an issue when it comes to tarot in general. But when it comes to karmic tarot readers, yes, that can become an issue. How else are they affecting your energy in terms of the karmic tarot readers? So, for those of you who have found truly genuine tarot readers, and you're from your discernment and from the clarity that from your own intuition, you can tell that this person is not someone who is bringing a dark energy into your life. Then yeah, look at this. It says use your intuition. From your own intuition, you know this. Then yes, that's the one that you should be going to if you need some clarity. If you need some clarity, because I don't promote you going to anyone, whether it's a pastor, a priest, a tarot reader, spiritual counselor, whatever you want to name the person, to go to them as being your source to the connection, as terms of your connection to the Most High. Your first source should be from within you. Okay. A tarot reader or a spiritual counselor that uses tarot is only there to help confirm and to bring clarity to what you already intuitively know, but you just need that extra clarity so that you can know that you're on the right path, or so that you can make a final decision, or at least have another opinion where that person is able to pick up on the energy of what's happening in that situation, to give you some guidance, some insight on some things that you might be in the dark about. Then yes, but to have a codependency on anyone means that you still have to do work to heal. So I don't promote that at all. And that's why I've had people to ask me, like, well, do you, people have actually been willing to pay me money to take certain, take energy off of them, or to, whatever they was asking for. And I always tell them, like, no, I don't do that. If you feel that you embody a certain type of energy, then that just means I would tell them, let me show you what I'm seeing here based on what I'm feeling, based on what I'm picking up here. The energy that you're projecting is telling me that you need to work on this area of your life. You need to focus in on that area of your life. Do the actual work. This ain't about taking no shortcuts, because those shortcuts, the shortcut will get you in trouble later, because that means that you did not actually do the work to heal. What you did was you placed a bandage over a big ass wound, and you covered it up so that you couldn't see it. And so what happens is it begins to cause bacteria. And by the time that bandage comes off, you might be able to ignore it for a while. But by the time the bandage comes off, that wound is going to be 10 times worse, if not 100 times worse than what it was before you put the bandage on. Okay. So I don't promote covering up no wounds. I promote healing, doing the work to nurture and to heal those wounds so that you can actually strengthen and empower yourself. So no, I'm not the one to come to if you want to do some type of spell work to bring somebody back to you. That's horrible. Or if you want to remove a negative energy off of your life, I'm not the one for that. Okay. Now you have here delusion. Some of these karmic tarot readers will create a delusion for you. Okay. Something that's not really real, especially if, as I feel like as we shifted from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, many people that was coming into awakening did not really understand what was going on until you started to seek those answers. If you was not aware of the age of Aquarius shifting, or what was happening in terms of planetary alignments, what was happening in terms of the sun's proximity to the earth, and how, it was going to be able to awaken certain DNA and stuff like that. If you was not aware of these things, then as you was going through your transformation, you probably felt very lost and aloof. Okay. And so if you end up stumbling upon a karmic tarot reader, then they could have very well used certain tactics to create delusions for you, or illusions for you, and it could have thrown you off course for a time. Okay? But you have here unsuccessful attempts. So some of them actually use certain, because they understand energy maybe more than the average person. They their platform and create delusions for people, okay, through spell work and dark magic and things of that nature, in order to cause an obsessive behavior to keep you coming back to listen to these messages that's only keeping you in a low vibrational energy. It's one thing if you have a habit of doing something that is actually uplifting you and empowering you each time you do it. Like everything that you do repetitively is not negative. For instance, saying affirmations on a regular basis is not a negative thing. It's actually empowering. It's strengthening you. It's uplifting you. And so, yes, you could say the same thing over and over again. I am love. I am powerful. I'm strong. You could say that a million times in a day. And what's going to happen is that you're going to be just that. You're going to project that energy and you're going to attract that energy. So some addictive, or not addictive, but some repetitive behaviors are not bad. Just like going to a reader, if you feel drawn to me and you feel that, okay, well, whenever she puts a message out, I do feel that each time she puts a message out, I feel more empowered. I feel stronger. Then yes, you do those things that's going to continue to strengthen you. Do you develop a codependency on it? No, because, most high forbid if he was to say, let's just say, I was gone tomorrow. Then it's like you can't have a codependency on my messages or me being used as a vessel. What I'm here to do is to strengthen your vessel so that in my absence, or, however the case may be, you understand the importance of maintaining these things for yourself, healing yourself, empowering yourself, and going within and getting those answers. And so some of them used that against the chosen, but they made unsuccessful attempts. And I try to tell y'all that when it comes to the chosen in particular, because when they use these titles of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, many of the chosen are drawn to these messages because that you're supposed to be in a divine union, right? Anything that is divine is usually connected to the Most High God. And so you're drawn to these messages, but then by the time you get there, you've been fed so much about your divine masculine or feminine that's on a lower side. They're telling you about the karmic partner, the karmic soulmate, and got you thinking that that's your divine partner, when in fact that's the one that you're supposed to be releasing so that you can be getting prepared for your divine partner. But if they can trick your mind enough to believe all of these things, and in your head you saying, my divine masculine, oh, he's a hoe. My divine masculine, he's doing dark magic on me. You putting all of these things out into the universe. Remember, thoughts create things about your actual divine partner. Even though you might be thinking about the karmic while you saying it, in your mind, you're saying my divine masculine or my divine feminine is XYZ. Because that's how you have associated this karmic partner with the divine partner. And based on the tarot, the karmic tarot readers, they're telling you all of these negative things about this person who's not your divine partner. Okay? But you've created in your own mind, okay, my divine masculine, he don't love me. He's this and that, he's that and the third. You are actually putting that energy out into the universe, and you are creating this scenario for yourself. And this is why your union can't come together, because you still have a very low way of thinking about your divine partner. Like I said, even though that's not your divine partner, it's like when you think about like energy, the universe cannot decipher between you saying my divine partner ain't shit, right? You're saying my divine partner ain't shit, right? But you're thinking about the karmic X, but you're still attaching to that thought divine partner. Then you're putting out there into the universe that really you're saying that your divine partner, he's nothing or she's nothing, because you've created this illusion, this illusion for yourself based on false information from a karmic reader that this karmic partner is your divine is your divine masculine or feminine. But now you created this illusion in your mind that your actual divine partner is all of those lower level energies, when in fact that's not the case at all. Your divine partner is the one that's going to be loving. It's going to be the one that's walking with you through your divine purpose and in your calling. It's going to be the person that supports you and you support them. It's not going to be someone that's doing spell work on you and dark magic on you. It's not going to be someone who's out here sleeping with 50 million or 50 men or 50 women. That's not your divine partner. That is a karmic partner, a karmic soulmate. It could be a past life soulmate, but a karmic one, okay? So let me just pull these, and then I'm going to I'm going to pull from the other deck real quick. You have here curse broken. Okay. You have here foolish decision. You have here reclaim your happiness. And then they lose. So please understand that everything that is done in the physical, there's a spiritual agenda behind everything. And so it's no mistake that many of these karmic readers have a very large platform, a very large following, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a good amount of the chosen who may be drawn to these people depending on the stage that they're in their development, or where they're at in terms of their discernment, who's going to be drawn to these people actually giving their energy. Because these people, we're picking up, listen, I pick up on your energy. So if I was someone who was a karmic tarot reader and I operated from doing voodoo, dark magic, and all types of things, yes, I would be in a position to abuse my gift to my advantage and to your disadvantage. So please understand that in a spiritual realm, the enemy knows that there's going to be, that's why the enemy has lifted up so many of the karmic readers. Not saying that every not saying that every reader that has a large following is karmic, but many of them are. And you will know a person by the fruit that they bear. You would know a spirit by the fruit that it bears. And I gave y'all many of the red flags, and those are not the only ones. There's more, but use your own intuition and your own discernment in order to gain an understanding of that. And so you have here, they lose. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the time of the reveal. I'm not just going to call out the religious structure. I'm going to call out also what's been going on in the tarot community. Okay? Because you need to know these things. You have here foolish decisions. So for those karmic tarot readers who was out here that was purposely creating illusions, that was purposely creating an energy of obsession so that you'll keep coming back to their channel, or purposely causing you to become more insecure, or putting certain spell work over you or your unions to keep you from coming together. They lose. And whatever curses they might have used against you, the curse has been broken. But that's why I say everything has a spiritual reflection first, and then it manifests as a physical reflection. So yes, the enemy definitely understands that the chosen will be drawn to a lot of these people. And so that is the perfect opportunity to harvest the energy of the chosen through lower vibrational vessels, karmic tarot readers. They are the vessel picking up on the energy of the chosen. And they could use that, they can harness the energy of the collective karmic tarot readers, harnessing the energy of the chosen to use it to their advantage in the spiritual realm. So I hope that what I've brought forward has made sense to you all. Let me just pull real quick from this deck, and I'm going to close out. But I wanted to bring this out because it's time, when I'm called to reveal something, I'm going to bring it forward. I'm going to expose it, okay? So just make sure that do your own research, okay? This is the Page of Swords. Do your own research in terms of what you look at. You'll be able to gain clarity, okay? But go within also to get a lot of your clarity, okay? And make sure that whoever it is that you're watching, because the Page of Swords is all about gathering information and watching. Whoever you're gathering information from, or whoever is presenting information to you, use discernment, okay? The King of Cups is here. Make sure that person is operating from a space of love, okay? And that they have this person, it's a lot of emphasis around the heart chakra here, if you could see that, a lot of those that glow. So make sure that the person is not operating from a space of bitterness. You'll know a tree by the fruits that it bears. Then you have here the Five of Wands. Make sure that because a lot of them are just in competition to see who can get to the top, okay? And then also consider that many of the karmic tarot readers, if they understand energy, they're harnessing the energy of the chosen, because many of the chosen are already gifted as high priestess, okay, in terms of having that wisdom, that infinite wisdom of the mysteries of the universe and, of life. And just a lot of that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that someone who is not connected to the Most High God would not naturally possess, okay? And so if they can attract you to their channel, especially in large numbers or on a regular basis where you're practically obsessed with them, then they can also harness the energy, okay? in order to use that to their advantage to stay on top, because they know that there's a lot of competition. Anybody that's a karmic tarot reader, they are in competition with one another, okay? And so they will place an energy out there, to use underhanded measures in order to stay in a position of being on top, because they know that anything that was built on a false foundation ultimately has to come down. And so they will use certain tactics, underhanded tactics, in order to stay in that position, to keep from being exposed. But I'm here to bring that exposure forward. Go within, pray about it, and just look for those red flags. That's what I strongly advise. Look for those red flags. So I'm going to pull one more card, and I'm going to close out. So we have here the Ace of Pentacles. So you may have to just, the Ace of Pentacles is that new start, that new seed, that offer of something that is a seed that you can plant where it's actually going to grow and bear a great harvest. So just make sure, you might have to go and, clear out your list of people, and, hey, if you feel some sort of way about me, that I don't know what to tell you, because I know that I do everything from a space of love and integrity. But even if you did, I wouldn't, tell you not to. If you felt the need to go to another reader. But I would just say, make sure that everything that you do is done from your own intuitive wisdom, and that is being done from a space of love and from a space of true enlightenment, okay? So that's what I got for you all. I love you. I hope this message was able to bring some clarity to you all. And if you want a private reading, you can always email me. Thank you all for the likes and the subscribes, and I look forward to seeing your comments below, and I will talk to you all next time.